my people. Welcome back to the Amos Perspective. Today we are talking about something deeper than elections, deeper than technology, deeper than politics. We are talking about the future of Nigerian democracy in a digital age. Nigeria is changing. For decades, our economy was defined by what was buried under the ground: oil, crude, barrels. But today, Nigeria is slowly becoming defined by what lives in the cloud: data, code, startups, bytes. In the second quarter of 2024, something historic happened. The technology sector contributed nearly 20% to Nigeria's GDP. What about oil? Just about 5%. Think about that. For the first time in our modern history, bytes began overtaking barrels. But here is the question nobody wants to answer. If our economy is going digital, why is our democracy still half manual? Nigeria earned over 70 trillion naira from oil exports between 2024 and 2025. Oil is still important, but oil operates in insulated enclaves: private power, private security, heavy capital. Technology is different. Technology is talent-driven, youth-driven, remote-driven. Thousands of Nigerian developers now earn in dollars while sitting in Lagos, Enugu, Kaduna, Port Harcourt. But when light goes off, when broadband fails, when systems collapse, the burden falls on the individual, and that is why brain drain continues. Africa loses over 20,000 professionals every year. Nigeria must reverse that. But listen carefully. You cannot build a digital economy on top of an analog political system. The Nigeria Startup Act of 2022 was bold. Over 13,000 startups registered, tax holidays, seed funds, recognition. But implementation? Uneven. Lagos dominates. Many states lag behind. And in 2025, tax reforms changed incentives. No more blanket promises. Now, incentives must be earned through performance. Do you see the pattern? Investors now demand proof, governance, traction, and transparency. And guess what? Voters demand the same thing. The startup ecosystem has a credibility test. Nigeria's democracy has one too. Let us talk about 2023. BVAS, BVAS was introduced, biometric verification, fingerprint, facial recognition. INEC deployed 200,000 devices. Cost? Around $159 million. The goal? Eliminate result manipulation during transit, upload polling unit results directly to the portal. In theory, beautiful. In practice, legal ambiguity. The Supreme Court ruled that electronic transmission was not legally superior to manual results. And suddenly, technology became a viewing tool, not a binding authority. Trust dropped. Only about 23% of Nigerians expressed confidence afterward. That is not a statistic. That is a warning sign. In February 2026, the amended Electoral Act was signed. Electronic transmission was formalized, but the word real-time was removed. Manual fallback remains valid. Notice period reduced from 360 days to 180 days. Civil society called it retrogressive. The tension now is simple. Is transmission mandatory or is discretionary? And in democracy, the small legal words create big consequences. There is one argument that keeps appearing: network failure, zero network zones, no signal. So let us talk solutions. Blockchain offers something powerful: an immutable ledger. Once results are uploaded and validated, they cannot be altered. Not by insiders and not by pressure, not by power. Smart contracts, distributed nodes, audit trails. It satisfies three things democracy needs: anonymity, transparency, immutability. But blockchain alone is not magic. It requires infrastructure. Nigeria plans to replace its aging satellite system. 2 new telecom satellites, costing $500 million. Why does this matter? Because satellite connectivity eliminates the no network excuse. Edge computing can allow BVAS to process data locally and sync automatically once signal appears. In other words, even in the village, even in remote terrain, data can still move. Nigeria's national AI strategy says AI should transform governance. Imagine this: an AI auditing system that detects anomalies in real time. It compares accreditation numbers, voting patterns, historical trends. If something looks statistically impossible, it flags it immediately. before declaration, before escalation. Technology should not just record results, it should protect results. But here is the hard truth. Broadband penetration is still about 36%. Fiber rollout incomplete, power unreliable. You cannot build AI oversight on generator fumes. Technology without infrastructure is aspiration. Technology with infrastructure is transformation. Digital democracy must respect privacy. Nigeria's Data Protection Act now enforces compliance. Even global tech giants have been fined. Any electoral platform must respect localization, security, transparency. Digital rights matter. Democracy without data protection becomes digital authoritarianism. Kenya integrates elections into critical national infrastructure. Namibia implemented e-voting with strong political will. Brazil shows something else. Technology cannot replace political culture. Even with electronic voting, polarization can explode. Technology is a tool. Trust is a culture. Nigeria's GDP grew nearly 4% in 2024. The naira stabilized around 1,500 per dollar. Eurobonds raised. Diaspora remittances strong. Economic resilience creates room for democratic reform. When investors believe in your economy, citizens must believe in your elections. Nigeria is technologically capable of real-time electronic transmission. The question is not capability. The question is will. Will we complete the fiber rollout? Will satellites be deployed? Will real-time upload become mandatory in operational guidelines? Will blockchain or secure decentralized storage be adopted? Will AI oversight be activated? Nigeria is moving from barrels to bytes, from oil wells to server farms, from pipelines to fiber cables. But democracy must move too. A digital economy cannot coexist with an analog electoral trust system if we want 2027 to be remembered, not as another controversy, but as a turning point. Then technology, law, and infrastructure must align. Because at the end of the day, the will of the people must not just be counted, it must be trusted. My people. This is not just about elections, it is about the credibility of the Nigerian state in the digital century. And that is the Amos Perspective. Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay engaged, stay hopeful.